All right, thanks, guys. LA's at the Marlins, 12:10 East in Miami. The Dodgers are the $1.55 favorites with the total at 8 flat. Currently, the Marlins get the 1.5 at home, and at the moment, we've seen just the slightest fade of the Dodgers in the early going here, but shouldn't be enough to move that price. Now, when it comes to the starters in this one, we've got Maeda on the bump for the Dodgers, Caleb Smith slated for the Marlins. And when it comes to this Marlins ball club, they've actually looked real good in the first couple of games of this very series with the Dodgers, taking both games 1 and 2. Even better, Miami's taken 4 out of their 5 head-to-head matchups with the Dodgers. And speaking of the Dodgers, that's all I can say. 0-6 in their last 6, 1-9 in their last 10. Equally as bad, the Dodgers are winning just 27% of their games at the current moneyline price. Now, scoring-wise, 1 over and 1 under in this series, 2 games thus far. Even better, both teams have 2 overs and 2 unders in their last 4, respectively. So with those unclear factors in mind, combined with the 0 movement on the line, I'm going to fade a play on the total in this matchup here. What I will do, though, is fade this Dodger ball club as well, who's won just 2 of 7 ball games when Kenta Maeda made the start on the bump. So all told, I'm going to take the Miami Marlins plus $1.40, winning this one outright for some moneyline cash. All right, next game, it is going to be Cubbies at the Braves. Let me see if I can just find that. That should be in the 7 o'clock slate here. There we go. All right, Cubbies take on the Braves, 7:35 East in Atlanta. The Cubbies are the $1.10 favorites with the total at 9 flat. Currently, Atlanta gets the 1.5 at home, and at the moment, just 36% of the betting public is leaning toward the Braves, so look for them to catch a little more juice on the money line if that trend continues. And speaking of the Braves, we got Soroka on the bump for Atlanta. Big John Lester on the mound for the Cubbies. You guys know how much I like Big John Lester. And before we get into the trends, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the early line movement in this one. And when it comes to that early line movement, we actually didn't see any of it on the total in this one, as it opened up at 9 flat and remains at 9 flat. Having said that, though, we have seen significant movement on the sides in this one, and actually it was a 20-cent move fading the Cubbies in this matchup here. Chicago opened $1.30. That one moved downward to $1.10. So once again, Chicago opened $1.30, now just $1.10 on the money line. Pretty much a coin flip spot here. And once again, 64% of the current bettors are back on Chicago. Little buyback on the handle here, so look for them to lose a couple pennies worth of juice by first pitch if that trend continues. And speaking of those trends, I'm actually finding a couple trends which tend to favor the Cubbies in this one. Now, despite dropping 2 of 3 in this very series, the Cubbies have been excellent in their games at the current betting price, winning just about 70% of their ball games played at the current money line odds. They've also won 6 of 8 when Big John Lester makes the start on the hill. Now, scoring-wise, 2 out of this series' 3 games stayed under the line. That said, though, both teams' games went 4-3 to the over in their last 7, respectively. So with those conflicting variables, combined with no movement on the total as of yet, I have no interest in making a play on the total in this one. What I will do is lean toward this Chicago squad, who's getting just about even money to win it outright with Big John Lester. I'm loving that money line equity in this spot here. So all told, I'm going to lean toward John Lester, minus 110, getting the W in this matchup. All right, next and final game for the MLB. We're going to look for Texas. There they are, right there. Texas at the White Sox, and all Chicago baseball day here for me. 8:10 Eastern first pitch at Guaranteed Rate Field in the Windy City. And when it comes to the lines, the Rangers are the $1.36 favorites on the money line. Totals at 9 flat. The Sox get the 1.5. And at the moment, just 27% of the betting public is backing the White Sox at home. So look for their backers to gain a couple more cents by first pitch if that trend continues. And speaking of first pitch, we got Cole Hamels for the Rangers, Jimmy Shields for the Sox. And when it comes to the Sox ball club, well, they're trying. They're certainly trying. Not much I'd vouch for when it comes to their performance thus far in the 2018 season. That said, though, they are going up against a Texas ball club who's dropped 3 of their last 4, and 4 out of their 5 measly games played it as the official Vegas favorite. And equally as bad, this Texas ball club has won a minuscule 2 of 9 ball games where Cole Hamels made the start. Now, scoring-wise, 3 out of both teams' last 4 stayed under the line. That said, though, we're seeing a high opening line on the total in this one, plus 0 movement. So when it comes to the scoring in this one, I really don't have a good gauge as to where this one's going to end up. And as far as the sides go, I think it's more me fading the Rangers than me backing the White Sox. And as you guys know, typically when you fade a team, that's when you get your ass bit. But regardless, the Rangers have been terrible when Hamels starts. Sox are getting plus money when they're at home. So let's go ahead and lean toward the Chicago White Sox plus $1.15, winning this one outright for some money line cash.